Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So in this sort of part 2, talking about the UK, Great Britain and the British territories, we're going to take a look at the dependencies, which are the British overseas territories and the 3 crown dependencies, with the wind blowing in the background in sunny Wales. But we're going to get to that after we've taken a look at the main island of Great Britain and Northern Ireland as well at the beginning. So stick around to look at the dependencies. We're going to look at all of the current places around the world that are under control, shall we say, of Great Britain. This is going to be a slightly controversial video for some of us who disagree with the situation of the United Kingdom at the moment. Leave those in the comment, be respectful. I have my own strong opinions, but I'm actually going to just do this as a more fact-giving video, and I'm not going to express my own personal opinion on certain things today, but don't assume, some of you know because I've given the game away in other videos, but don't assume that I completely agree with the whole situation in the UK and its overseas territories just because I am British, okay? Okay, United Kingdom. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, simply known as the United Kingdom, UK or Britain, is a country in northwest Europe, off the northwestern coast of the continental mainland. It comprises England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. It includes the island of Great Britain, the northeastern part of the island of Ireland, and most of the smaller islands within the British Isles. Northern Ireland shares a land border with the Republic of Ireland. Otherwise, the United Kingdom is surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean, the North Sea, the English Channel, the Celtic Sea and the Irish Sea. The total area of the UK is 242,495 square kilometres, 93,000 square miles, with an estimated 2022 population of just under 67 million people, which incidentally makes it one of the largest countries of a population in Europe. I think it's top 5. The United Kingdom has evolved from a series of annexations, unions and separations of constituent countries over several hundred years. The Treaty of Union between the Kingdom of England, which also included Wales at the time, and the Kingdom of Scotland in 1707 resulted in their unification to become the Kingdom of Great Britain. Its union in 1801 with the Kingdom of Ireland created the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Most of Ireland seceded from the UK in 1922, leaving the present United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, which formally adopted its name in 1927. The nearby Isle of Man, Guernsey and Jersey are not part of the UK, being crown dependencies, more on that later. But the British government is responsible for their defence and international representation. The UK became the world's first industrialised country and was the foremost power during the 19th and 20th centuries, a period of unchallenged global hegemony known as Pax Britannica. The 14 British overseas territories, more on those later, are the last remnants of the British Empire, which, at its height in the 1920s, encompassed almost a quarter of the world's landmass and population, and was the largest empire in history. A part of the core Anglophonic world, British influence can be observed in the language, culture, legal and political systems of many of its former colonies. Not always for good. The United Kingdom is a constitutional monarchy and parliamentary democracy. Its capital and largest city is London, the capital of England, a mega-city which serves as one of the world's 2 main financial centres. Edinburgh, Cardiff and Belfast are the national capitals of Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland respectively. Other major cities include Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, Glasgow, Sheffield and Liverpool. The UK consists of 3 distinct legal jurisdictions: Scotland, England and Wales, and Northern Ireland. This is due to these areas retaining their existing legal systems even after joining the UK. Since 1998, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland also have their own devolved governments and legislatures, each with varying powers. Legislators. I can't say that word. Legislators. The UK has the world's 6th largest economy by nominal gross domestic product (GDP), and the 10th largest by purchasing power parity. Try saying that when you're drunk. It is a recognised nuclear state and is ranked 4th globally in military expenditure. The UK has been a permanent member of the UN Security Council since its first session in 1946. It is a member of the Commonwealth of Nations, the Council of Europe, the G7, the OECD, NATO, the Five Eyes and AUKUS. It was a member of the EU until its withdrawal and a free trade deal in 2020. With a free trade deal. The UK is set to join the CPTPP, a major trade bloc in the Indo-Pacific, after negotiations regarding its accession concluded in March 2023. Okay, let's do a little bit of etymology, but not all of it. In 43 AD, Britannia referred to the Roman province that encompassed modern England and Wales. Great Britain encompassed the whole island, taking in the land north of the River Forth, known to the Romans as Caledonia in modern Scotland, i.e. Greater Britain. In the Middle Ages, the name Britain was also applied to a small part of France, now known as Brittany. As a result, Great Britain, likely from the French Grande Bretagne, came into use to refer specifically to the island, with Brittany often referred to as Little Britain. Ironically, that's the word for Wales in Irish, Little Britain, Bretonvag. However, that name had no official significance until 1707, when the island's kingdoms of England and Scotland were united as the Kingdom of Great Britain. Remembering at this time that Wales was considered to be part of England. It's just a county of England. The Act of Union 1707 declared that the Kingdom of England, including Wales, and the Kingdom of Scotland were united into one kingdom by the name of Great Britain. The term United Kingdom has occasionally been used as a description for the former Kingdom of Great Britain, although its official name from 1707 to 1800 was simply Great Britain. The Act of Union 1800 united the kingdoms of Great Britain and Ireland in 1801, forming the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Following the partition of Ireland and the independence of the Irish Free State in 1922, which left Northern Ireland as the only part of the island of Ireland within the United Kingdom, the name was changed to the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Although the United Kingdom is a sovereign country, England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland are also referred to as countries. The UK Prime Minister's website has used the phrase countries within a country to describe the United Kingdom. Some statistical summaries, such as those for the 12 NUTS 1 regions, refer to Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland as regions. Northern Ireland is also referred to as a province. With regard to Northern Ireland, the descriptive name used can be controversial, with the choice often revealing one's political preferences. The term Great Britain conventionally refers to the island of Great Britain, or politically to England, Scotland and Wales in a combination. It is sometimes used as a loose synonym for the United Kingdom as a whole. Even I'm guilty of that sometimes. The word England is occasionally used incorrectly to refer to the United Kingdom as a whole, a mistake principally made by people from outside of the UK. Yes, spot on. As a language learner, many languages don't have a word for England. They just use, they use the word England to mean the UK. So they don't have a word for the UK, they just use England. Which, as a Welsh person, irks me no end, because I have to say in Chinese. I am English. I can't, there is a word for Wells, and it's starting to grow in popularity, but 20 years ago, no one would have known what I was talking about. Okay, let's skip that bit and talk about the individual countries for a second, and then we're going to look at the really super interesting bit. Oh, actually, I think we skipped. Oh, yeah, here we go. The geographical division of the United Kingdom into counties, or shires, began in England and Scotland in the early Middle Ages, and was completed throughout Great Britain and Ireland by the early modern period. And then it's got local government in England is complex, with the distribution of functions varying according to local arrangements. Local government in Scotland is divided to 32 council areas with a wide variation in size and population. The cities of Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen and Dundee are separate council areas, as is the Highland Council, which includes a third of Scotland's area, but only just over 200,000 people. Local government in Wales consists of 22 unitary authorities, each led by a leader and a cabinet elected by the council itself. These include the cities of Cardiff, Swansea and Newport, which are unitary authorities in their own right. Local government in Northern Ireland since 1973 has been organised into 26 district councils, each elected by a single transferable vote. Just for you to see in case you're not aware, Scotland in the north, Northern Ireland in the west, England the largest, and then little old Wales in the west. But we're not here to see that. We're here to see this. Certainly I am, because even as a British person I'm not really aware. We're not taught these things. When I was in school, we weren't really taught these things. The United Kingdom, the 14 British overseas territories, and the 3 Crown dependencies form one undivided realm. Sounds like Lord of the Rings. All parts of the realm are under the sovereignty of the British Crown, but the territories and dependencies are not part of the UK. That's important, because it works differently in France, which I'll do in a future video. This is distinct from the status of Commonwealth realms, who have separate monarchies but share the same monarch. Okay, let's go through these then. Location of UK dependencies. Crown dependencies alphabetized, overseas territories numbered. Okay, so within the island of Great Britain itself, just to the west between us and Northern Ireland, we've got A, which is the Isle of Man. Then, down here between the island of Great Britain and France, we have B and C, and they are Guernsey and Jersey. Number 1, the whole of this area here, is known as the United Kingdom, which we've discussed already, which is the island of Great Britain and the northern part of the island of Ireland. Number 2, down to the south of Spain, is Gibraltar. Number 3, which are 2 areas just on the southern part of Cyprus, the island of Cyprus, are Akrotiri and Thekelia. Going into the Caribbean now, North America, we have number 4, Bermuda. 5, which is here, so there's in this section just to the south of Florida and Cuba. We've got this picture here, and this is the island with Haiti on the left and the Dominican Republic on the right. That there looks to me like the tip of Cuba, perhaps, and Jamaica's around there somewhere. Okay, so that little island there, so the red part is the projection coming from it, so just above Haiti, number 5, and that one is Turks and Caicos Islands. 6, British Virgin Islands. 7, Anguilla. 8, the Cayman Islands. 9, Montserrat. Okay, now we are skipping into the Pacific Ocean, quite far away from the shore of the South American continent, for number 10, and that is the Pitcairn Islands. Okay, number 11, in the Atlantic between Africa and South America, we've got number 11, St. Helena, Ascension and Tristan da Cunha. Number 12, in the Indian Ocean, we have the British Indian Ocean Territory. I've never heard of that in my life. Okay, here we go. Comments incoming. Number 13. Just off the shore of Argentina, the Falkland Islands, or as the Argentinians like to call them, the Las Malvinas. 14. South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. And 15, down here on the continent of Antarctica, British Antarctic Territory. Okay, let's read about those a little bit. The 14 British territories, overseas territories, are remnants of the British Empire. Anguilla, Bermuda, the British Antarctic Territory, the British Indian Ocean Territory, the British Virgin Islands, the Cayman Islands, the Falkland Islands, Gibraltar, Montserrat, St. Helena, Ascension, and Tristan da Cunha, and Turks and Caicos Islands, the Pitcairn Islands, South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands, and Akrotiri and Thekela on the island of Cyprus. British claims in Antarctica have limited international recognition. Collectively, Britain's overseas territories encompass an approximate land area of 480,000 square nautical miles, 640,000 square miles, 1,600,000 kilometers squared, with a total population of approximately 250,000. It's quite low, actually. The overseas territories also give the UK the world's 5th largest exclusive economic zone, at 6,805,000 kilometers squared, 2.6 million square miles. The Crown dependencies are possessions of the Crown, as opposed to the territories of the UK. They comprise 3 independently administered jurisdictions: the bailiwicks of Jersey and Guernsey in the English Channel, and the Isle of Man in the Irish Sea. By mutual agreement, the British government manages the islands' foreign affairs and defence, and the UK Parliament has the authority to legislate on their behalf. Internationally, they are regarded as territories for which the United Kingdom is responsible. The power to pass legislation affecting the islands ultimately rests with their own respective legislative assemblies, with the assent of the Crown, Privy Council, or in the case of the Isle of Man, in certain circumstances, the Lieutenant Governor. Since 2005, each Crown dependency has had a Chief Minister at its head of government. How interesting. Even I didn't realise that they were like completely different countries. Okay. Well, I want to thank you for watching, and in advance for your comments. Share your ideas with me, and I'll be doing France next. If you want me to look into other ones, such as maybe historically Spain or Portugal's overseas territories, I'm quite into doing that in the future as well, as long as I can find the articles for it on Wikipedia. Okay, drop a like, drop a dislike if you want to, give me your comments, and like I said, happy to read all your comments. Give me your opinions. I have quite strong opinions, and I've tried my best not to push them onto the video, but I think we know that I'm a very proud Welshman, and that doesn't make me a very proud Brit. But that's all I'm saying for now, and I look forward to reading your comments. Press subscribe if this is the first time on this channel, and I'll see you again really, really soon. Take care, sleep well.